Some years ago, I noticed that there was a crack forming in the wall of my stairwell. Now, I'm no handyman, but I went ahead and patched it up with some spackle and paint, and it looked pretty good. But a few weeks later, the crack reappeared. So I patched it again, and again, within a few weeks, the crack was back. It turns out that the problem wasn't with the wall. It was that my whole house was sinking. It was a foundation issue, but it showed up as a crack in the wall. As I was working on this video, I realized that this is a pretty good picture of what it's like when you try to fix a brand problem with marketing. In my personal experience working with business owners, marketing tends to be the go-to fix and also get the go-to blame when business isn't progressing as hoped. But when the real crack in your business has a deeper source, focusing on marketing can leave you spinning your wheels. So I developed a framework to clarify what branding and marketing each contribute to your brand, and importantly, how they work together to drive performance. Speaking of driving, it's called the brand racing grid. Think of running your business as running a Formula One team. The car that you're racing, that's your brand. Hopefully, your brand has been obsessively engineered and designed to give you every possible advantage in the race against competitors. Of course, you need a driver who can unlock the full potential of your car. Your driver is your marketing. A great marketer knows every inch of the track, the competitive landscape, and they pull ahead through a mix of planning, well-timed tactics, and a second-nature sense of how to handle their car. Your brand and your marketing are both essential to go fast, but here's the critical point. They are not interchangeable. A rookie driver won't win even in the fastest car, and Lewis Hamilton won't win in a Prius. So to understand the relationship between brand and marketing, we need to add another dimension to our framework: fast versus slow. In the brand racing grid, brands that are strong are fast, and brands that are less than optimal are slow. Same goes for marketing. If it's your strength, we'll say you have fast marketing, and if not, we'll say it's slow. This gives us a grid of 4 positions a business can be in, each representing the state of its branding and marketing. At the bottom left position are companies that have slow marketing and slow brands. Let's call them rookie racers, because most bootstrap businesses start out here. They survive by leveraging personal relationships, underpricing, over-delivering, or maybe all of these. If rookie racers don't move to another position soon, they're likely to burn out. Most often, they lean hard into developing more sophisticated marketing, shifting up in the grid to become what we'll call a hill climber. Hill climbers are sales and marketing driven businesses with a clear value proposition and the potential to grow. They have a fast driver, but without a fast brand, they fight an uphill battle against low loyalty, low advocacy, and thin margins. A hallmark of a hill climber is a lack of momentum. The moment they stop pushing, their income stops. Many companies stay here indefinitely, especially in B2B, where historically branding has been thought of as not as important to purchase decisions, although this is changing. If they have an exceptionally strong offering that's truly hard to copy, they can do well enough here. But if we're honest about what we're selling, that's pretty rare. With thin margins, even one wrong turn can make a hill climber crash and burn financially, regardless of how big the company has grown. Sometimes rookie racers will invest in evolving and strengthening their brand and shift right in the grid to become a Sunday driver. By investing in their car's engineering and design, their brand strategy and identity, Sunday drivers develop a strong influence on their audience. They create more advocacy, more loyalty, and brand premium than their competition. Over time, they can build momentum and scale organically. But without a fast driver, Sunday drivers may simply fail to get off the starting line or never have enough customer volume to create sustainable revenue. Most businesses we interact with are either hill climbers or Sunday drivers. That's because rookie racers don't have a big footprint. And the final type, which I'll get to in a moment, is inherently rare. So it's worth taking a moment to compare these two grid positions. If we race a hill climber against a Sunday driver, the hill climber will accelerate faster due to stronger marketing. But the Sunday driver has the potential to overtake them in a long enough race as their brand builds momentum. What this illustrates is that in general, branding investments are more short-term with a modest yield, while brand investments are more middle to long-term with the potential to have a higher yield, especially in very competitive markets. Hill climbers and Sunday drivers think differently about the relationship between their business and their audience. It's not a matter of right and wrong, it's a matter of focus. Hill climbers are more push-oriented, while Sunday drivers are pull-oriented. Hill climbers focus on fast reaction time. Sunday drivers focus more on strategic planning. Hill climbers think about what their product or service does, while Sunday drivers think more about what their product or service means to their audience. But they have an important thing in common. They can't seem to beat competitors in the top right position. No company starts off in the top right position. They earn it by understanding what's slowing them down and strengthening their brand, their marketing, or both. That's how they become a record setter. For these category leaders, the brand and marketing are so closely integrated that the line between them blurs, just like how a driver's car becomes almost an extension of their body. For record setters, marketing reinforces the brand's value to its audience, and the brand strategy and identity are perfectly tuned to drive marketing. Everything moves in sync. The result is more than the sum of its parts. As record setters experience rapid growth, increased margins, and brand momentum, they're able to make decisions that their competitors just can't, like investing in innovation to further strengthen their lead. This is one of the reasons that they're just hard to catch. On a leadership level, record setters have a rare gift for integrating diverse expertise. Truthfully, it doesn't matter if the CEO is inherently more marketing focused or more brand focused. What matters is that they're able to fill whatever gap they have with expertise they can trust. How do you get to become a record setter? Well, it depends on where you are right now. That's kind of the point of looking at this grid. For a hill climber, it may mean reinvesting some of that hard-won cash into brand strategy and identity so that your marketing shifts from an uphill battle to a so your marketing skill isn't bottlenecked by your slow brand. For Sunday drivers, it may mean hiring a talented CMO, investing in the channels that make sense for your audience, or embracing some short-term growth tactics. As a branding-focused founder, I know how hard this shift is. If you want someone to help you along the way, I'd love to talk. My agency Referent helps businesses look under the hood of their brand to see what might be slowing them down. Then we collaborate to re-engineer and redesign your brand for better performance. Thanks for watching and have a great race.